I'm Christian Kashmir. I'm a filmmaker and director located in Tampa Bay. I started making movies when I was about 13 years old. I had some friends in middle school and high school, and we had these action figures, and we used to make just kind of ridiculous movies. Went to film school at Emerson College, which is in Boston, and that was kind of my first foray into seeing filmmaking on a little bit more of a professional level. And just like being on set that first time, I knew like immediately, okay, this is what I want to do with the rest of my life. So I'm from New Jersey originally, kind of right outside of New York City, and I moved to Florida after college, and I got a job as an editor here. One of the things that I liked about Tampa Bay was it was a smaller city, and it wasn't like LA or New York. I liked the idea of being in a smaller community and sort of growing something here organically. Tampa Bay is known for a bit of TV commercial production, but there's also an independent filmmaking community that's growing here, and that's really my passion. I filmed my first feature film here in the area. It was called Jules Dongu Saves the World. It was kind of an anime, half animated, half action comedy movie. I think one of the things that's changed is that people are coming to the area to make films now more. There were, I think, 3 Hallmark movies came to Tampa Bay this year. We personally made another feature film here that I produced, and there's a lot of other people that are looking at this as a viable option to make their movies. There's so much great stuff here. There's great crew, there's great locations. And one of my personal favorite locations is Ybor City. It's an old historic Cuban community, and you have restaurants there that are over 100 years old. You've got these cobblestone brick streets that just transport you to another place. And I filmed a project there with a local band called Comeback Alice. And we had all the characters dressed in 1920s suits and dresses, and we filmed it at night, which has a really cool look with all the lighting in the city at night. And to me, that was just a great location that ended up working out really well for our project. Another project I recently got to work on was The Speed of Time, which is an action short that came from LA. The movie stars 2 WWE wrestlers, John Morrison and Dolph Ziggler, turned action stars. And they came here to the Tampa Bay area and filmed in the Tampa Convention Center and some of the other really iconic locations that we have here. For me, one of my favorite parts of filmmaking is the behind the scenes and the making of the movie. Yeah, it's great to make that final product, but I love filming behind the scenes of our projects because sometimes that's the most fun and the craziest stuff happens, sometimes more entertaining than the movie itself. So we've done a lot of different behind the scenes videos of our short films and our movies. And for me personally, I learn watching behind the scenes videos. A lot of times I'll put on a DVD of Star Wars and I'll say, well, what angle were they using? What kind of lights did they use? How did they build this set?
Hey guys, it's 2 a.m. and it is a wrap! Woo!
Filmmaking is a pretty difficult business to get into, and early on I was able to have a really great mentor that sort of got me into it. They showed me the ropes, they showed me a little bit more of the business side of how filmmaking worked, which I don't think you learn in film school. We're trying to build a community here and a culture where people can come in and learn about filmmaking. We always try to keep our door open, and I always encourage people to text me or send me a message on Facebook if they want to learn or get involved in any of our projects here. It's important to me to build that community and build that culture so that people can learn, and it's not just a business. Filmmaking is a family, and that's really why I started the company. Having that creative outlet that you can share a story or share interesting character that maybe the world hasn't seen before. A lot of filmmakers on the independent level are producing horror films, and my passion is comedy. It's definitely a challenge to make a comedy on a low budget indie level. Having a really great community here in the Tampa Bay area, having locations that are willing to let you come in and film, and just basically an environment where filmmaking is loved and promoted here.
This Christmas, a new story is about to begin.
We created Elf That Saves Christmas, which is your not so typical Christmas movie about an elf that's on vacation in Florida and she has to save Santa who gets kidnapped by the mafia. So we shot Elf That Saves Christmas 90% in the Tampa Bay area, and we couldn't have asked for a better community, a better area to make the film. I hope you can check it out this holiday season and see what you can do right here in Tampa Bay.